Welcome to Something Natural Yoga. My name is Latasha Mitchell. Today we'll be asking and answering questions to our community about their love for yoga. We have a special guest today. Who do we have?
Melaine Holst-Collins, conscious lifestyle expert, certified yoga teacher, and life coach.
All right. Melanie, our first question to you is, how did you get involved in yoga?
Yeah, I think I've always just had a natural pull towards the practice and the lifestyle. But in 2011 is when I actually took my first yoga class, and it was actually a Bikram yoga class. So I started yoga in a 105-degree room. But from that moment on, I really started to notice then that yoga was a really deep practice, and it was deeper than just the physical movements and asana that we were doing. That was the moment where I realized that this was much bigger than that, and I just fell in love with the practice from then, and then moved on to becoming a teacher.
Now, are you from Austin? Where are you originally from?
Yes, so originally I am from St. Paul, Minnesota. So from the Twin Cities, all the way up north. I'm talking about the top border of Minnesota is bordering Canada, so we're up there.
Okay. In Texas now.
Yeah, right. I mean, and I still get cold when it drops down. When it drops down to like even 60 here, I'm like, excuse me, this is disrespectful. But yeah, I love it. I love being here in Austin.
Now, with you practicing, how often do you practice, and where do you practice for your everyday?
That's a really good question. So I practice every single day, and when I say that, I don't even mean the physical practice of yoga.
Okay.
So since I've grown into the practice and just embraced the lifestyle as more than just asana, I've noticed that anytime that I sit in silence and meditate, I'm practicing yoga. Anytime that I'm practicing self-study or being introspective, that's yoga. Anytime that I am moving through any of the limbs of yoga, or just anytime I'm interacting with someone where I'm acting out of compassion and acceptance and non-judgment, I'm practicing.
Wow.
So I practice every single day. Every single day.
Using your mind, your body, and your soul.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. But physical practice, you know what? At home, I actually am looking to get back into classes, like having, being a student in the class. I'm looking to get back into that. But for now, I'm practicing at home in my living room.
Okay.
Which is good.
Which is good. It's nice and comfortable.
Yeah.
And there's no judgment there.
Absolutely.
And another thing, what do you intake into your body? What types of food would you recommend to someone who is getting introduced to yoga?
Ooh, so this is a good
I gotta get down
topic. You gotta get all up and through. So one of the things that I practice daily is transparency.
Okay.
I just ate some fried chicken the other day. Just on Sunday with hot sauce. No judgment. So what I have found is, so I know that, when you're stepping into the yoga lifestyle, there is this judgment that you place on yourself and that others may place on you to eat a certain way. And that is a part of the lifestyle, right? To make sure that you're respecting living things and eating in a way that allows your body, eating clean, allows you. So I totally understand that. But then what I also understand is that if you're not doing that, it doesn't mean that you're not, that you're still not engaged in that lifestyle. So what I would just throw out for that is that eat in a way that feels good for you.
Exactly.
Obviously, eating junk food all day may be fun in the moment, but the effects of that. Right. You don't feel good all the time. So maybe choose, just consciously choosing what you're putting in your body and what's best for you.
Right.
For you.
Right.
And so that is really what I will offer on that subject, because that, that can be, there's a lot of judgment tied up to food and diet.
And you're moving through your cycle, and this is your journey getting closer to your practice and to yourself. So,
That's right.
yes.
Exactly right.
Now, where do you hold your classes, and what kind of classes do you offer?
Yeah, so I actually teach all of my classes pretty much at Somavita, on East Cesar Chavez, where we are right now. Yes, and every Monday, and I actually have a couple of classes, so they're all gentle flow. And what I call gentle flow is, it's reminiscent of vinyasa, but so you are linking your breath with your movement, but it's also not as aggressive and not as aerobic style. You're taking time to move through the postures, you're holding them for a little longer, so gentle flow. But I have two classes. I have a Rated Everyone class that is for any and everyone who just wants to come in and take my class, deepen their practice, start their practice. Then I also have a Yoga in Color class, which is specifically a class for yogis of color.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And so I alternate between those classes every other Monday here at Somavita.
Okay. What times can we?
Yeah.
What times do you hold your classes?
So all the classes are 7:30 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. And then unless I do, like I have a holiday event coming up, the time will vary. Or I just had a yoga class that was done to Solange's album, A Seat at the Table, and that was like a random Saturday class.
Okay, a fun class.
So yeah. So sometimes it will vary, but normally throughout the week, Monday 7:30 to 8:45.
Okay. And what information would you like to share with someone that is new to yoga?
Oh, so many things. Should I talk to the camera?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to the camera. I'm talking to y'all out there. A few things. One, yoga is for everybody. Every single person who is wanting to step into the practice, it's for you. So that's the first thing. And just always understanding that yoga is a practice that spans beyond the physical, even though that's what's been advertised here in the West, right? Even though that is what we see as yoga, it's much more and deeper. So definitely educate yourself and connect with someone who can guide you through, and educate you on that. So that's one.
Right.
Two, again, yoga is for everybody. So even though what is being advertised in the media as far as who practices yoga and who yoga is for, and I'm just going to be real, you usually see slender white women and think that that's what yoga is for and that's who yoga is for. And there are black and brown people practicing yoga.
And teaching.
And teaching yoga.
And teaching.
So it's okay to seek that out, especially if you're someone new and you go into these yoga classes and you're the only person of color there, or you've been practicing for a while and you've never seen a yoga instructor of color, because that's a common story. That's how yoga in color started.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to give back something to your community and offer something that people haven't seen before?
Absolutely. There's definitely something to be said for intentionally creating that space. So just know that we are here, we exist. There are other yogis of color who practice, and you can find that community. We're here.
Okay. Now, on the behalf of Something Natural Yoga, we would like to thank you for having this interview with us. We also want to know before we end it, where can we find you? Where can we reach you at? Do you have any information for us on Facebook or anything that you'd like to share?
So you can find me personally. I'm totally open to that on Facebook, Melaine Holst-Collins. But my business, Grow Your Love Space, is also my business page on Facebook. So just type in Grow Your Love Space. And then on Instagram, I spend a lot of time on Instagram, so that's probably the best place to connect with me. And I'm at The Real Coach Mel on Instagram.
Okay.
And my website, www.growyourlovespace.com. Yep, www.growyourlovespace.com. And you can find me there. I have a monthly blog and newsletter you can sign up for. So there's definitely a lot of ways to connect with me.
All right, like I did today. So on behalf of Something Natural Yoga, we want to thank you, and it's a little token of love.
Thank you.
For appreciation.
Very much. I was looking at this while you were wearing it.
It's all yours.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank you again, Melanie, for coming out, sharing your experiences with us.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.